I started this event because I've always been interested in the intersection between art and science personally. Everybody was totally interested in doing something artistic with their research. I think that speaks to the creative mind of the scientist.
I'm in a course this semester called Should I Eat Fish? One thing I've started to come away with from the course is that fisheries and a lot of our ocean health issues are not that accessible to the average person. Like when we think about deforestation and other environmental issues like smog, like they're very apparent and like you can see them with your eye, but a lot of fisheries impacts are very like closed off. They're like below the sea level and you don't ever really see them. So what I was trying to do with this project, I just put it in your face. And so the idea is that this is a industrial fishing net, and these tinfoil pieces are different species, like marine mammals, the fish species.
So it's a weekly course, and there are a lot of sessions where we give feedback to one another. And it's not just me giving feedback, but it's everybody in the course. And I think collectively people's different perspective of different scientists and artists within really give the right kind of feedback.
My piece is not necessarily data-driven, but it was more of a way for me to work through a loss of one of my Ph.D. committee members. So Dr. Michelle Walters, she was also my mentor, she was my boss, she was a good friend. And she died this past semester, which was quite shocking. So I took the opportunity during this class to work through some of my grief. In the back box that's spinning is one leaf that is suffering from a fungus, but the leaf is still intact and beautiful, which is how I want to remember Michelle, not by the cancer, but by who she was in whole. And the leaves are kind of like at different angles because that's how leaves fall. They don't fall in the pattern. In the pattern of life, we just don't know what's going to happen. It's meant for the viewer to turn the toggle switch on and off to get a different view and stop it to look at different views. Because what Michelle has done for me is she helped me see the world and my research in a different light. So the light kind of signifies Michelle, and the different views signifies the stop.
People were coming up to me, other graduate students were coming up to me like, you better teach this next semester because I want to take it and I want to do an art project. I already have an idea. I've got, I'm starting to get the materials already.
My project is basically more or less looking at the relationships of different ant species to one another. So the whole structure of my project is using a phylogeny that was based off of data from a single gene. I've also colored different parts of this structure to illustrate the next level up from individual species. So each color represents a different genus. The draw for this is the fact that I have these live ants in there, drawing people in by the fact that they'll actually see things kind of moving around inside, and then tell people that there's actually some meaning to this structure. There's actually a purpose, like this is laid out for a specific reason.
Seeing what they've created, I have such a drive to display them publicly. Having a venue like this is really nice to be able to show off not only people's creative endeavors, but the science behind those.